Top 10 Legal Essay Topics. Data storage, ethical and legal issues in terms of management. You can write an essay exploring ethical and legal issues concerned with collecting, storing, and managing personal data. What role do legal regulations play in safe data storage? Consider the significance of HIPAA in the US or GDPR in the European Union. You can also address the issues of data breaches and privacy violations. Ethical and legal issues in the nursing setting. Many ethical and legal issues are involved in nursing. From the moral perspective, you can explore how nurses deal with dilemmas regarding patient confidentiality, informed consent, and end-of-life care. From the legal viewpoint, you may study nurses' obligations related to documentation, scope of practice, and reporting incidents. Employment termination, legal issues. For this topic, you should consider two central concepts, at-will employment and wrongful termination. What factors can lead to wrongful termination lawsuits? How can employers and employees avoid legal issues related to termination? Answer these questions in your paper. Legal and ethical issues in international business. Here, you can explore the unique legal and ethical challenges international businesses face. Examples include navigating different legal systems, dealing with human rights and corruption, and complying with varying ethical standards. What is the role of international agreements in addressing these issues in global business management? Legal issues, Wal-Mart's employee compensation system. This topic encourages you to explore the legal controversies surrounding Wal-Mart's employee compensation and labor practices. In particular, you can discuss wage and hour laws, workplace discrimination claims, and class action lawsuits against the company. What do these issues say about the organization's social responsibility? Legal ethical issues affecting patient rights for the elderly. In this essay, your task is to investigate the ethical and legal issues involved in elderly care. For example, consider the importance of informed consent and decision-making capacity. In addition, discuss the problem of elder abuse and neglect. How can healthcare professionals and caregivers balance patients' autonomy and safety? Criminal evidence and legal issues. This paper focuses on legal rules governing the collection, admissibility, and presentation of criminal evidence. Don't forget to discuss the Fourth Amendment when writing about gathering criminal evidence in the U.S. How can investigators balance the protection of individual rights and effective law enforcement? Legal and ethical issues in IT. If you're interested in IT, you can write about legal issues involved in this field. They are concerned with data privacy, cybersecurity, and responsible AI development. You can also analyze whether the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, adopted in 1986, still meets the regulatory needs of the modern IT sector. Foreign Trade Zone, legal issues and implications. In this paper, you can discuss how foreign trade zones are regulated in the U.S. Consider aspects like customs regulations, tariffs, labor rights, and environmental standards. What implications does this legal framework have for global supply chains and international trade agreements? Employee selection method, ethical and legal issues. Unfortunately, employee selection is a process where bias and discrimination can occur despite laws prohibiting this practice. You can devote your essay to assessing the effectiveness of current legislation aiming to ensure fairness in employee selection. How do pre-employment assessments, background checks, and interview techniques help companies comply with legal and ethical standards?